Good morning everyone, this is As Mohammad Khan and I welcome you in today's class. In today's class, we will discuss the question answer of chapter 14 and these question answers are given in your workbook on page number 156. So first question that is given in your workbook student, what is it? It is explain why tap water conducts electricity. So what answer you will write in this? You will write that the tap water conducts electricity due to the presence of impurities, in the form of salts, ions and minerals. And those salts, ions and minerals help the water in conduction of electricity. Because the salts pass the electric current, ions pass the electric current, and there are some minerals also conduct the electricity, student. Now we come on the next. Next is, as conducting solution, use a raw potato, an orange and a tomato. In which of these will you observe the chemical effect of electric current from which the bulb starts glowing? So there are three substances, student, in the form of checking the conduction of electricity. First is a raw potato, second is an orange, third is a tomato. So these are the three substances. Now in this, what we will do, we will make one circuit. Like first we will take the potato and we attach that potato with the bulb and the battery, and we will check it. When we will pass the electric current through it, then the bulb will not grow in the case of potato, student. Why? Because the potato have the starch. What does it have? It has starch, student. Due to the presence of the starch, potato does not pass the electric current because the starch is a organic compound, student, and it does not pass the electric current. So this you will write that the raw potato does not pass the electric current because it contains starch in it. But in the case of tomato and the orange, if we take the potato in the case of place of potato, if we will take the orange and a tomato, then they will pass the electric current. Why will they pass the electric current, student? Because they contain the acid, and acid pass the electric current. Now why does acid pass the electric current, student? Because the acid have the ions in the form, and the ions that are found in it, they are found in the form of hydrogen ions. Means when the acid is found in a particular water, then it releases hydrogen ion or hydronium ion. So with the help of those hydrogen ion or hydronium ion, it passes the electric current. Means the acid passes the electric current, and inside the tomato and orange, what are found? Acid are found. So what answer you will write in this? In which of these will you observe the chemical effect of electric current? So what answer you will write? We will observe the chemical effect of electric current in the case of orange and tomato because they contain acid in them, and with the help of that acid the current is passed through them. This answer you will write in this. Now we come on the next question. What is the next? If we replace the conducting solution with distilled water and add a pinch of salt, If we take the distilled water, student, now what is the distilled water? The water that is obtained with the help of distillation. That water is known as distilled water, and distilled water is the pure form of water. It does not contain any impurities in it, in the form of ions, salts and the mineral. There is no impurities are found inside the distilled water. That's why distilled water does not pass the electric current. But if we add the salt in it, means sodium chloride, if we will add in that, then it will pass the electric current, means the distilled water will pass the electric current in case of having salt in it. So if we will add the salt, then it will pass the electric current, and due to that the bulb will glow. So what answer you will write in the first A question? You will write yes, the bulb will glow. Yes, the bulb will glow if we will add salt in the distilled water, because the salt releases the ion in the form of sodium ion and chloride ion, from which the current is passed through that solution, and that solution is known as salt solution, student. Next question is, will the amount of salt being added to the solution affect the intensity of the glowing bulb? Yes, it will increase the intensity of the glowing bulb. Why will it increase it? Because the amount of the salt, if the amount of the salt is increased in the particular solution, then the current is passed fastly through that solution, due to which the intensity of the glowing bulb will be increased. So what answer you will write in this? Will the amount of salt being added to the solution affect the intensity? Yes, the amount of salt being added to the solution will affect the intensity of the glowing bulb. So what answer? In both cases you will write yes. Why will you write? Because if you will add the salt, then due to that adding the salt, the distilled water pass the electric current, because that distilled water becomes salt solution, and that salt solution pass the electric current due to the releasing of two different ions. Like if we speak about the salt, then in general which salt we use the table salt, and that is known as sodium chloride, and that sodium chloride pass the electric current. Why does it pass, student? Because it releases sodium and chloride ions, and those sodium and chloride ions pass the electric current. So in both cases you will write yes. Next question we will discuss now. Now we will discuss question number 4, student. What does this circuit show? This circuit, student, look at this diagram. There is one circuit is given. What does this circuit show? So what answer you will write in this? This circuit shows chemical effect of electric current. Chemical effect of electric current, or electroplating, because this in the industries, this type of circuit is made, student, in a big scale, in which the different type of ornaments or the jewelries are electroplated with the help of gold, silver or platinum. They are electroplated. So what does this circuit show? This circuit shows the chemical effect of electric current or electroplating. This answer you will write. Next is, what will happen an electric current is passed through this solution? Now in this diagram there is one solution is given, student, copper sulfate solution. When the current will be passed through the copper sulfate solution, then it is decomposed. It is decomposed, or it is broken into copper and sulfate solution, into copper and sulfate ion, student. Means this solution is broken into copper and sulfate ions. So what answer you will write in this? what will happen if an electric current is passed through this solution? So what will you write? When an electric current is passed through this solution, then this copper sulfate solution is broken into copper and sulfate ions, and in bracket you write electrolysis. In bracket, what will you write? You will write electrolysis. So electrolysis will be taken place. Means when the current is passed through the copper sulfate solution, then it is broken into copper and sulfate ion, that is known as electrolysis. So electrolysis takes place. Now, in next, explain how copper will transfer from one electrode to another. Now when the current will be passed, student, when it has the two electrode, one is cathode, another is anode. So from the cathode or from the copper sulfate solution, copper ion will be moved towards the anode, student. Copper ion will move towards the anode. So, and with the help of this, the electroplating will take place. So what answer you will write? Copper, when the copper will be transferred from one electrode to another, then electroplating will take place. Means the copper will be collected on anode, and this process is known as electroplating. So this you will write. Electroplating will taken place when the copper is transferred from one electrode to another. Next is write 5 uses of electroplating. Now what is the use of electroplating? Student, electroplating is used mainly in the jewelry and ornaments. So first use you can write, electroplating is used in jewelry and ornaments. In preparing the jewelry and ornaments they are used, in which one desired metal like gold and platinum is electroplated on another undesired metal like copper. So on copper, gold, silver or platinum is electroplated with the help of electroplating. So you can write in preparing jewelry and ornament. So what is the use of electroplating? First use, electroplating is used in preparing jewelry and ornaments. Second, you can write it is also used, means the electroplating is also used in protecting iron from rusting. In protection of iron from rusting, means electroplating is used in protection of iron from rusting. Means when the iron objects are electroplated, like from the zinc it is electroplated, if the iron object, then that iron object will not have the rust. So this is the second use. Third use, in preparing the handles or the rims of automobile transports like the bikes and the bicycles. Bikes and bicycles handles are prepared with the help of electroplating, student, in which stainless steel is electroplated on the iron handles. So this you will write. Next use, in preparing the machinery. In general, the machineries are prepared from the iron, student, but that iron machinery is electroplated with chromium. So the chromium is electroplated on the iron machineries. It is the next use. So electroplating is also used in preparing the machineries or in electroplating the machineries. Next, electroplating is used in preventing corrosion, means when the electroplating of desired metal is done on undesired metal like aluminium, copper, then what happens? Then those particular undesired metals are protected from the corrosion, student. Now what is the corrosion? Corrosion is the process, student, when the first layer is decomposed or is come in contact with oxygen, then what it forms metallic oxide, and that metallic oxide formation is known as corrosion. So with the help of the electroplating, we can also protect the undesired metal from the corrosion. So this you will write. Now we will discuss the next question. Now in question number 6, student, there is 4 diagrams are given. In the first diagram there is distilled water and the nail. In the second diagram there is one marble and the distilled water, and in the third there is distilled water and iron nail, and in fourth there is distilled water and pencil, student. So question is this: which of these will rust? Which of these will rust, will have the rust? So what you will write in this? Iron nail and iron key will have the rust. What answer you will write? Iron nail and iron key will have the rust. Now in the next question, give an appropriate answer to support this. Why will they have the rust, student? Because the nail and key are made by the iron, and when the iron come in contact with water and air, then it forms iron oxide. But it forms iron oxide, means its first layer is exposed in the form of iron oxide, and the rusting takes place. Now what is the rusting? Rusting is the chemical process, student. When the iron come in contact with water and air, then its first layer is exposed and it forms one powdery, reddish brown powdery substance, and that reddish browny powdery substance is known as rust. So why will it take place? Because the iron will react with water. And what will it form? It form iron oxide. So it is the answer. It is the region from which the rusting takes place. Why does the rusting takes place? Rusting takes place in the presence of water and air. Here, which water we are taking? Distilled water, student. But the distilled water have some amount of air also in this, and with this there is water is found, and that water and air react with the iron object, and what they form? They form rust. So, and that rust is also known as iron oxide. Iron oxide is the chemical name of rust, student. And it's, what is its physical appearance? It is a reddish or brownish powdery substance that is generally found around the iron object if they are found in the presence of water and air. Many times if we put the iron object outside from our house, then what happens? Then those iron objects have the rust on them, student. And why do they have the rust? They have the rust due to the chemical reaction, and that chemical reaction, in the word I have written here, iron plus water in the presence of air, what they form? They form iron oxide, and this is known as rust. So now we have completed chapter 14. In our next segment we will start chapter 16, student, chapter 16, and that is related to light. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day.